Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a generalized reading for the sign of Pisces. So take what resonates, leave the rest. So the Advocate and the Networker. And what I'm kind of getting is somebody is overdoing it. And 1, 2, 3 is on my clock. It can very well be that like somebody's kind of honoring the energy that they're using to like bury or fill their time. Kind of that. mm, it's kind of like seeing through the illusion of like what's the story that's been pushed, or the story that you've been telling yourself through like whatever frustrations or obstacles you've been impeding with. It's kind of like re-identifying the things that have kept you in a state of fear or in a state of falsehood. um and what is helping you step into your happiness, what is like it's kind of a re-evaluation, Pisces, of like what is your joy, like what are the things that bring you into a state of nostalgia or into a state of play or into a state of alignment, and like where are the things where somebody has been kind of perpetuating this like old cycle, or this old impeded cycle. It's like stagnation, constantly in a state of struggle. Nothing can be in, because here's the thing, and maybe you're kind of playing with these paradigm swapping ideas, or this understanding of the vibration that you put out is the vibration that you're getting. So if you're on a higher vibe and you're in an understanding that you're no longer compromising for the reality, but you're pulling your reality that you desire into being, it's getting out of depression, getting out of anger, getting out of frustration, getting out of lack, going through and coming in with a cheerful disposition. Instead of disappointment or ho hum, poor me. Again, they show me Eeyore, but I mean, maybe that's like what you're kind of working through, working from, working out of. Um, and or maybe even like coming over, there was this vibration of lack. Maybe you, mm, there could be, I'm going to throw some more on that. Somebody could have like tried to play it off like they were like broke or needed help or didn't have enough. They were like a manipulator. Um and something is going to come through. Yeah, it could very well be, I mean, that you feel like you're it could have reactivated like old wounds within you where you had to continually defend yourself. And to put you in this negative state, it may be amplified like your fight or flight system. And something could be coming through like in a daydream. Like you could get insight in regards to you being gifted financial abundance. No longer feeling, yeah, it's kind of like it's going to be like a gift of sorts to get you out of a state of like old wounds. It's understanding that the reason why whatever was negative or whatever was a misconception or a false reality pretending to be real, it's kind of like, how can you identify a fake or a fraud unless you touched what is real? Or when you experience something, you can't necessarily feel into the energy without experiencing the energy, right? And it's kind of like the broken heart, or like the coulda, woulda, shouldas, or the impediments that didn't fall into place, right? That were not successful. It's like you wouldn't know what success is without like a massive shakeup or a massive change, right? And it can feel quite alarming that that's happening, or that somebody is actually like pushing that into your reality. And if it's coming outside of you and you feel like it's like a spiritual attack, like, then utilize your gifts and push that energy back to the individual and say, that does not belong to me. That is not in my script. That has nothing to do with what God's path of divine is for me. And I know that that has no bearing in my reality. And when you push it back to the individual, like, and you're not doing it out of anger or greed or frustration or impediment, it's literally like whatever you're giving me, I'm taking it and I'm bouncing it back to you, because it's not mine. And it's like you could very well have been in an environment where you were soaking up others' energy and taking that as your own. Like, you were in a positive state, you were in a state of alignment. And it's like, when you're around the energy, you're kind of identifying and seeing like the manipulation that it is. It's like the hidden enemy. It's the, utilizing your crew or utilizing the people around you to identify the energies that are being attacking or attacking you, right? And like, through the neutralities of the difference in energies, it's not only are you identifying your hidden enemy, but you're also invoking instability in theirs. Like, they're literally losing their shit, right? They're having bursts of anger. They can't keep their mask up anymore. They're literally snapped in their reality. They don't know how to control the thoughts that they're being overtaken with. And it's literally like this identifying and seeing like what has been cast against you in your own identification, what you believe to be your imbalances. And it's like, through the identification of what it does your world reflect. What are you seeing in your current reality, right? Anything else outside of that ain't your shit. That is not what's happening, right? If it's what you've been experiencing, you know that story, right? And if anybody else is pushing an old timeline or an old paradigm or an old reality to keep you stuck in something that has yet to happen, like, you need to cast that aside. And you need to see the lower vibrational entities that are trying to keep you stuck out of what God has intended for you, right? So it's like, you have to step into your light attributes, your state of compassion, but your state of awareness. It's kind of like being the warrior holding the sword, but not having to walk with the sword in front of you. You allow it to be exactly where it is, and you know exactly when to utilize it. And it's one of those things that it's like, as you step into your power and you are aware that your empathy is your strength, like that you are aware that your ability to show kindness and allow another to deceive you, right, wasn't the fact that you were naive. It's the fact that you allowed them to cast their own rope to hang themselves, right? You may have not realized it in the moment, but it's literally what has been taking place. And so, and we all need these reminders, right? We all need a refresher of, hey, pause, reflect on the negative energy that is ruminating in your body. Are these old set behaviors? Are these old set patterns? Or are they things that are happening outside of you, that these are the only energies that this vibrational frequency can grab onto, right? It keeps you in missed opportunities, in regret, in not willing to take gifts, not working for things, in a state of depression, in a state of boredom, in a state of nostalgia, in a state of frustration and anger and weariness, and constantly in a daze, always fantasizing, never executing, right? And so, like, honor all of those energies, right? And, ask yourself, like, where are these energies living at in me? and identify that in your own body and say, thanks so much for showing it to me. I really appreciate that. And we are going to activate it with a yellow light and wrap it around, and I'll do the rest. Take a deep breath from your feet, going all the way up to your crown, fully releasing the energy. And we are going to do a combination of violet and emerald green. And just identify and focus, like whenever you go back to an old story, whenever you are in a fight or flight, or whenever an old is kind of re-identifying that you are not enough, like name it, claim it, that it is in fact outside of you, that it has no bearing in on your reality, and it can no longer come with you forward, right? And it's time for you to truly like impact your community, get out and about, even if it's just you walking around, like you are still activating the vibrational frequencies in your town. Like it's really like going back into the energies that you can control with your vibration in your field, right? Every time you look at somebody in the eye, you start an awakening. You start a spark. You start a reality shift. And so it's really getting out there. And even though like a lot of you are introverted, or a lot of you are sensitive, or a lot of you are very gifted, or frankly, you're just too tired of all the energy that is coming at you, right? And it's really like an honoring of the what belongs to you, what belongs to another, what energies are being pushed, and follow that thread back to the individual that it's being connected to, and tell their higher self, I fucking see you. I'm not allowing you in my field anymore. Like if you keep coming to my field, this is going to be your outcome, right? And it's like you stepping into your own divine sovereignty, understanding that like you are no longer playing around. And it's really like you activating your highest pathway so that you can truly be the advocate of what was done to you, right? And how you can essentially like open the hearts of others through like the vibrational frequency of you telling your story, right? And not every story is going to be like, oh my God, this is like for everybody across the world or whatever. Again, it starts small. Like, how can you pay forward, like through your vibrational frequency of kindness, through your reciprocity of like thankfulness that somebody did that for you? Because again, maybe nobody's ever done it for that person. Maybe somebody has never had a thankful like situation. And so like, how do you push that forward so that you're allowing not only your wishes, hopes, dreams to be pushed into the field, but you're also reactivating that for another. It's again, not looking at the soul of what the physical form looks like, looking at the vibrational frequency of the old soul that's inhabiting the form, right? And it's like through the frequency of activating and honoring the soul, having a human experience, like you're then shifting the way that you're helping others move through their own energy. I don't know. This is for somebody out there, right? And for those of you that have felt like it's been an ongoing battle, that you're continually like not catching headwave, like step into the vibration of allowing God to be the divine teacher, right? Expecting the miracles to like unfold within your reality as you're stepping into your wisdom, into your power, into your strength. And like honoring that, like you do have people in your corner, even though you maybe don't see it. Like there are people who are spiritually fighting for you because they know what you're truly meant to do on this planet, right? And honor that journey, honor the where it's just felt like treachery, right? Where it's just felt like you walk wheedling through muck, is what they're showing me. So I'm going to leave that there. Yeah. If something in this resonated with you, please give it a like, a comment, a subscribe, a share. If you would like a reading or a healing, everything is on HolisticVibes.org. And the link is below. If you see anything else, it is not me. I will not email you or ask you for a reading. Yeah. And what else? The emerald green, if you do have an emerald ring, you may want to wear that. Or if you have something of amethyst substance, that may also be something that's great for clearing. Um, and maybe go get a massage, allow your body to get like worked out. Okay, see you later, Pisces. Ciao.